Hi guys, Jake here. I'm in training because this week Jake's Bitesize Travels is going to Iceland and it looks cold. It's a land full of geysers, glaciers, massive waterfalls, hot springs and Viking legends. And if we're lucky, we might even see the northern lights. Anyway, training complete. Iceland, here we come. Ooh, a magnum.
So we're in Iceland. We have just picked up our hire car to go 2 hours north to a town called Reykholt. And the reason we've done that is because it's further away from Reykjavik, so hopefully there'll be less light pollution. So we'll get a better chance on seeing the northern lights, which hopefully we'll get to do. Anyway, I'll see you soon.
So we're in Fort Garnes, which is about halfway to Reykholt, and we stopped off here for some food. It's the first time we got out of the car, and I think it's safe to say Iceland is breathtakingly cold. Even the sea gave up and just turned to ice. We're here.
So it's night one of searching for the northern lights, and the good news is they are here. They are small though and wispy, but they definitely come out good on camera, so I'll show you guys some photos.
The northern lights, or the Aurora Borealis, happen when tiny particles from the sun race to Earth and crash into our atmosphere, and it lights up the sky. Green is the most common colour, but you can sometimes see pink and purple too. You see them best near the North Pole, and that's why Iceland is amazing for it. It's basically a giant space light show powered by the sun, and it's amazing to watch. So today we've come to see two waterfalls. One is called Hraunfossar and the other one's called Barnafoss. It's -8 degrees right now, but there's a lot of wind chill from the waterfalls, so it feels more like -15. Anyway, let's go check them out. This one is called Hraunfossar, and it's super cool to see because the water doesn't fall from a river. It actually bubbles out of an old lava field and spills out like hundreds of tiny waterfalls. Barnafoss is a bit different. It's wild and powerful. The water twists and crashes through a narrow rocky canyon so fast it looks like it's actually boiling. So this is where we're staying, the Fosshotel in Reykholt. Hotels in this area are designed to use geothermal energy, which means even though it's freezing outside, the second you step into the hotel, it's toasty warm. So right next to our hotel is a greenhouse powered by geothermal energy, and it supplies the hotel with tomatoes. So it goes from here to there. So technically, if you think about it, the tomatoes that we eat at the hotel are made using volcanoes. Right next to our hotel is the Snorri Museum. It's all about a man called Snorri Sturluson. He was a Viking leader, poet, and historian. He wrote all about the Norse gods like Odin and Thor. Without him, we wouldn't have known about all of these cool Viking legends. But most importantly, we wouldn't have had any of those amazing Marvel movies. Of course, I know it's only just myth and legend, but it's just a bit of fun. What's that?
Well, that's weird.
Wow.
Yep, just myths and legends. Just myths and legends.
This is Diodar and it's the strongest hot spring in the whole of Europe. It supplies a lot of local towns with a bunch of geothermal energy. But the only issue with it is it's super, super smelly because of all the sulfur. Diodar produces 180 litres of hot water a second, which emerges at 97 degrees Celsius, that's 207 degrees Fahrenheit. And those local towns I talked about, they're actually up to 40 miles away. This place is bizarre. It's 0 degrees there with all the ice, and then 100 degrees there with a massive boiling lava rock. I don't understand how that works.
So next to the springs is Kalmar. It's they have a bunch of hot pools, and they use the water from the springs to heat them up. Let's go check it out.
So that was super fun and relaxing. There were multiple different temperatures in the multiple different pools. I went in all of them apart from the hottest one because it was 43 degrees, and I only dipped my toe in, and it was way too warm. But anyway, super fun, definitely recommend it.
It's cold, it's early, and we're off to see one of Iceland's biggest glaciers. Let's go.
Now that is a serious piece of kit.
So we've come to Langjökull, which is Iceland's second biggest glacier. It's hundreds of meters thick and hundreds of years old, and someone's dug a tunnel straight through the middle of it, and we're going inside. Let's go check it out.
Our guide Ole gave us crampons for our shoes to stop us slipping over. These turned out to be really handy as most of the floor was like an ice rink. The walls are amazing, and each line represents a major season or year. The lower brown one is from 2010, when Iceland had a huge volcanic eruption. Good luck saying the name of the volcano that erupted, by the way. We're walking through the largest man-made ice tunnels in the world. They're over half a kilometre long. And after about an hour, our guide brings us back to the surface.
That's bright. So we just got out. It was really fascinating. The guide was called Ole. Basically, he told us how like every year there's like a meter of ice that gets put on top, and then like when there's a volcanic eruption, there's like a black line where all the ash landed. It's really fun. Definitely recommend it. The only bad thing is it's super cold, but like, what can you expect if you're in the middle of like a massive block of ice and snow? Yeah, definitely check it out if you're in the area.
So today we've left Reykholt and headed west to the Snæfellsnes Peninsula. It's famous for its epic coastline. In the distance you could see Snæfellsjökull, and basically it's a massive glacier volcano. So there's a volcano underneath the glacier, and it became famous because Jules Verne used it as his entrance to his book Journey to the Center of the Earth. The amazing thing about this 700,000-year-old volcano is that Jules Verne never even visited it. He just read about it and thought it would be great to include in his novel. As we leave Snæfellsnes, we pass by the Edborg crater volcano. It erupted 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, and you can see the lava field it produced all around the area. So the final stop on our trip is Reykjavik. It's the most northern capital in the whole entire world. We've got a couple hours to explore the city, so we thought we'd come to the Hraunfossar Tower first, as it's got amazing views of the city. This is the Sun Voyager, or sulfur sculpture. It looks like a Viking ship, but it's supposed to represent a dreamboat, a symbol of hope and new adventures. Next, we check out the harbour. Iceland used to hunt lots of whales and still does a bit, but it's slowing down. Fewer people eat whale meat now, and more people go whale watching, which sounds like a good thing. Reykjavik's walls are full of art because the city encourages artists to make colourful work that tells Icelandic stories and brings the streets to life. So that wraps up our afternoon in Reykjavik. It's a very walkable city, and we saw a lot of stuff. We saw the church tower, we saw the harbour, the hot dogs were very tasty. All in all, it's a very nice city, but top tip, wrap up warm, as at this time of year, it can get super, super cold.
Well, we're heading to the airport now after an amazing few days in Iceland. I think I preferred the wilderness to the city, as I think it was just more fun in general. We saw boiling stuff and we saw freezing stuff, but I really enjoyed the Northern Lights as they were super vibrant and super cool. So Iceland, super fun, has a lot to offer, and I highly recommend it. Anyway, Jake Plus has travels out.